Good morning, my name is Antonio Zavala. In my hand, today's newspaper, the Acadian Advocate, and this is the date, February 14, 2020. This is today's paper, and the purpose of this video is that I'm going to show that the road can be, I live right there. We've been having problems with the road, with the private road, Curley Road, corner with Ridge Road, and the purpose of this video is to show that we can go on the road the way it is right now. And this guy is going to be helping me right now. He's going to be driving us down the road in this minivan. So I'm just going to show the vehicle that we're going to be using, and it's this minivan right here. And we're about to go on the road. In 2006, my wife bought this piece of land that it was 24 acres. But before buying it, we went to the city, and they told us that they would pave it if we were to donate the road to the city. So the other owners on the road, they were against donating the road, and it took us about 2 years or a year and a half to finally get everybody into an agreement to donate the road. And the city told us that they needed to have somebody responsible to upkeep the road in the meantime while it was donated. So they put my wife, the lawyer put my wife's name on the document, the donation document, as the person to upkeep the road with any materials that she would see fit at her own discretion. But the greatest problems come from the owners, because they don't allow us to make the ditches deeper, and at the same time they don't want to spend not even 1 penny or do any kind of upkeep on the road. However, they are the ones that use it the most because we live in the front, and they also do not upkeep the front in front of the house. This part right here is in good shape because when we built this house on the left, we poured concrete on the road, and that was the only part where we have some extra concrete, and we poured that down on the road. But for instance, this house right here, the person living on the left side is supposed to upkeep it, but they never do it. So we kind of do it just so the cars can go by. Otherwise, they don't do any kind of work on the road. So we own about 20 acres on the 12 acres on the left side and probably like 7 acres on the right side at the end of the road. But for instance, the person on the right hand side, they put even a wire that is about 12 acres onto the road, so we cannot have access to the ditch to make it deeper, and they don't do any kind of maintenance on the road. As you can see right here, the property line is where the fence line ends, and the people on the other piece of land, they put the barbed wire in front of the property line, so we cannot have access to the ditches. So we've been having problems all the time because of that. Also in this area right here, this has a different owner. I believe it's a Chafalaya Homes, but they set up a mobile home here, and they never put another one down. And now we don't. There's nobody living there, and they're trying to sell the property, and they also do not upkeep their portion of the road. And also the people right here, this house is in an auction right now. It's been auctioned for sale, so they don't really do anything to the road. The guy passed away and his family could not keep the house, and it's an auction right now. And the person that owns this piece of land, they also don't do anything to the road. Even though we put on their, through the lawyer, we put in their contracts that they're supposed to maintain the road in front of their properties. And since the city refused to accept the road after we did the act of donation, they did not accept it, because after that they changed their mind, and they said that they would take it only if we were to pave the road and put sidewalks and manholes and all that kind of stuff, which is easily over $1 million. It's way more money than the value of the land. So again, here we have another piece of land that is not kept, and we have the person that lives here, but they don't really do anything. Everything that is done on the road, only my wife, the one that is the owner of the 20 acres, is the only one that spends any kind of money on this road. And we have the receipts for that. But somebody of those people complained that they could not use the road because rather if they needed assistance from a fire truck or from a police officer or an ambulance, they would not be able to get assistance. And I'm trying to prove otherwise through this video. We're coming to the end of the road, where we have stacked up a bunch of material that we use all the time to be fixing and upkeeping the road. As you can see right here, those are the loads of gravel there's 3 loads right here. Each load is about $960. The portion right here that it looks more clear, is the portion from last year's. And you can see all these big chunks of concrete that we also buy to throw on the road, because those are the only ones that do not sink. And we have people living here all the way in the back of the road, and the lady drives that small car, and she uses that and goes up and down the road, this road, every day, every morning. So I'm turning right here. And as you can see, we came to the end of the road. Show them wait, excuse me. And again, that's the gravel that we use to upkeep the road. You can see that there's lots of gravel on the road, but with all the rain, it just keeps on sinking. That's why we started using big chunks of concrete to upkeep it. Because the big chunks of concrete are the only ones that do not sink. When we first moved here, there was nothing here, just grass. So we built the road in 2006. And ever since we've been upkeeping it. When the city refused to accept the donation, after they had told us that if we were to buy the land, they would take over with an act of donation. And we spend a lot of money in lawyers. As you can see, we put concrete runners, but because everything gets washed out, they break over time. We have done many different things, a few different things rather, to try to maintain the road. And we have spent over $50,000 in the years that we've been upkeeping it, because the load of the gravel is close to $1,000. So first we put dirt, and then we put washout, and then gravel on top, as well as another mixture that is called 610. It's like a smaller gravel with leftovers of concrete when they break the concrete down. So we are in agreement that the road is in bad shape, but it's not like a vehicle cannot go all the way to the back, because even in a small sedan, the lady that lives all the way in the back is able to go in and out. When it's wet like this, the trucks that deliver the materials, basically the dirt that we put underneath, they refuse to come because they get stranded, because they weigh too many tons and they get stranded. We have to wait for the good weather to try to make it even and get rid of the potholes or whatever. But this happens every year, because every year it's been raining more and more, and everything that we throw on the road keeps getting washed out. So even though we are entitled to do the ditches and all that, our neighbors don't allow us to make them deeper. And there's about at least eight more owners that own land on this property. But most of them are family members among themselves. So they were in disagreement and they were against us ever since we bought this piece of land from one of the family members. And that's why we have some of the problems. And we were not gonna buy the land, but because the city told us that they would take over, we decided to buy it. And now we've been paying all these years for it. And I'm making this video in preparation for another yet to be probably court case. So this concludes the video. Thank you so much to whom it may concern. Again, this is February 14, 2020. This is the corner of Curley Road and Ridge Road in Tucson. God bless you. Thank you.